Yes, that's joebiline here, and welcome to a FIFA Mobile Season 2 video presented by the EA GameChangers network. Massive thanks to EA for flying me out to EA Vancouver to play the game early. Massive fun that was, and got to meet all the lads and the devs. But yeah, it's a test build. Not everything's final, so things may change by the time we see the end game. And obviously I don't get to keep this account, it's only in use here. But I thought let's test everything out and make a master team. Sorry, not a master. Masters are purple. You should have already seen the master team video. Today we've got the legendary team. So legendary are 100 rated cards and above. From what we could tell here, essentially you could get a player up to level of 100, and then you could use skill boost to get them up to 120, because the skill boost go up plus 20. If you get a skill boost all the way up to the max, it seems is 120. But then there's all these rank up stuff that we haven't discovered yet, because we couldn't complete any of the rank ups, because rank ups required crazy requirements. But maybe it'll just be stuff that's easier as the game goes on and it progresses. But yeah, at the moment testing it out, and it felt like essentially to take a player all the way up from any low level up to the max level, it's a lot of coins. But maybe coins are easy to come by this year. You can see here, taking a player up from 90 to 100 cost roughly about 5 million or so. Obviously we've seen in the other videos, in the training videos, taking a player up from like 50 or 60 to 100 costs just about 9.5 million. So it all scales up to size, so each level is roughly the same no matter how far you're taking them. We just thought it was a couple 100k difference between like a 50 player and a 80 rated player. So it tears up in increments. It ramps up a lot as you start to get to the higher levels, which you would expect. So if we're basing it off the fact that it's around 9 million per player to take them all the way up to 100, it's not going to be cheap. So probably, and then plus the XP for the training on top, probably won't be expecting too many too soon. We may have a few of the big spenders going all out, but I wouldn't like to think how much that would cost to do, just because of one, you've got to make about 10 million per player. So that's what, say roughly, if it's about 9 million, 9.5 million, let's say that's about 100 million per squad. That's a lot of coins to get hold of to actually do that. You could, well, at least join the build. We assume it may be final, because coins this year are more to use for training. A lot of the packs in the store were FIFA points only, but from the campaigns and playing, you got a lot of FIFA points as rewards, so don't worry too much. They're free to play players. You did earn a lot of FIFA points during rewards for playing the game, so that's cool. It seems like coins this year are more going to be used for training players, and also the market if you need to use them. Doesn't seem like coins are going to be used too much for packs. There was obviously some packs in there for coins. It just seems like the option this year is going to be a lot less than it was already, but there'll be more uses for coins. So you probably wouldn't want to use coins on packs anyway, just because generally we found that you didn't always get your money back. So that's not too bad, okay? But yeah, your coins you do get more of anyway as it comes and goes, so nothing to worry about there. So yeah, you in the store at the time, similar to season 1, which appears sometimes, you could buy coins at 2.5 million coins per 10k FIFA points. So that's still 40k FIFA points. That's still like 40. Well, if we're looking here, 10k FIFA points, so 40k FIFA points for 10 million. That's like 400,000 FIFA points just to rush the player, and that's for the coins alone. You then need to take into account the XP. And for us to do this during the training, they gave us some very high expense, some massive XP boosts. I'm not sure if these were actually XP boosts that are actually going to be in the game and available, or if they were just ones that the devs were using for testing out that they let us use. Because we had a test build, we had access to all what the devs could do and their build, so we could get videos done quickly for you without having to train them up over, because we only had a couple of hours each day. So that's how it was. So don't expect to see any of these soon. If we do, we know that person's put a hell of a lot of money into the game, probably bankrolling EA for the rest of the year if they were to do that. 400k FIFA points alone, based on what we saw in this build. But it was pretty fun to use, and I'm sure at some stage in the game I'll eventually get a full master team. because that's the expectation for everyone. Eventually, to get the full master team, felt like you get to the, because once you reach level 100, that's not the end. You then do all the rank ups. We saw rank ups a little bit while playing, but because most of it's locked out, we weren't actually able to rank up a player at all, which shows that you're pretty much locked out. Just because I guess they don't want everyone to rank up straight away, and I guess as seasonal promotions coming throughout the year and months go on, they may unlock it, so they make it better to rank up. And then the rank ups are mad, like rank up levels. I'm sure I was reading from the game that it can basically go up to like 277. However, that doesn't put the player up to that level themselves. The player still stays at 100 or 1. Well, let's say you've done the skill boost, because you probably have at that stage. The max your player will go up to is 120, and then the rank ups increases your team overall, but not the players. So your team overall could be, say, for example, 150, but your players are still only 120. And then that's a case where you get to the stage where your overalls are only affecting what chances or counters you get in the game, but then your players are at a level playing field, just because it would be crazy if your players started having like 200 stats or whatever, like 200 speed. Your players' stats are going to be maxed at 140. So that's how that works. There's that level playing field in terms of in gameplay. It's just the chances that will be harder or easier for you depending on your team overall, but we're still quite a few months away from that anyway, because it looked like we couldn't even rank up one player if we wanted to yet, based on the requirements, because they required like their own version and like a 90 rated card, and there's only one 90 rated card at the time for us to be able to get, and that's Ronaldo, who's extremely rare. So all of that, but it was good fun to have the chance to play with a legendary squad, as they're called. What do you guys think? Which card do you think look the best in terms of the base card? The elite, the master cards with purple, or the legendary black cards? Now, a few of us were saying we actually think the purple cards look more prestigious than the black cards. The purple just has that luxury colour, that luxury feel to them. While the black cards, maybe they look nice. Don't get me wrong, I do really like the black cards, the legendary cards. Some were just saying they kind of felt like the purple ones, but then I guess purple's just another colour, whereas black is like, right, you've got a black card, like a premium card, like you talk about in supermarket, in fast food restaurants, like the Nando's black card. If you've got a Nando's black card, it means you get free Nando's for life. Companies often talk about like the American Express black card. If you've got an American Express black card, that means they think you're an absolute baller. I guess that's where they've gone with the black card design, because like American Express, I guess that's quite fitting really for EA. Everyone says EA always look for the most money possible, and the American Express black card means that they will let you spend, American Express let you spend however much you want on their card, because they know that you're trusted enough to pay them back. Maybe that's a fitting analogy there by giving them black cards. If you've got a black card, you're a trusted G in this game, because you're rocking out all in show. Look, I've got a black card, I'll do what I want. But I do think, I don't know how long it will take, but I do think that everyone will, by some stage, as long as you're playing regularly, free to play or pay to play, you will end up with a full 100 rated team. I couldn't work out just from playing the test build how long that will take. Obviously we can see it's a lot of coins, but there are a lot of coins in the game to be made just from playing the game, so we'll have to see how that goes. And then obviously they may give rewards out as the year goes on, and the seasonal promos will take us up there, because the end game is after you've reached 100, when you keep stacking your team overall. So we'll have to see how it all goes. But no, it was very fun to play with these squads, some absolutely insane players. I was obviously still getting used to the game, probably need to settle down and get back to using the gold, because we were using the gold for a bit, and then we just got access, and we all sort of in the room were just like, got a little bit greedy and was like, yeah, let's just play with the top teams. But I'm looking forward to using lower rated players and potentially leveling them up. I think this year, with me having the main account for packs, reviews and all of that good stuff, and then my free to play account, my Road to Glory, will be good, because I'll be able to do like a focus more on budget beasts in the Road to Glory, and have like almost like review episodes within the Road to Glory where we focus on different players and teams. With the 11-mans, it's just so much easier to swap in, swap out, and have fun with. So do leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new here, come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD, and I'll see you all later. Peace.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.